Hi, I'm Stephanie Aitken, and I help professional women through their leadership transitions. Both those who have recently been promoted but are feeling shaky, and those who see the opportunity but are resisting it for some reason. And in this video, I'm going to share with you why you don't need more confidence to overcome these challenges. And I'll reveal what it is that you need instead. Now, I know this may sound a little controversial because most people, when they're feeling unsure of themselves, believe they need more confidence. And in fact, I may even sound as though I'm contradicting myself, because if you watch my previous video on the 3 reasons why women hesitate to step up to leadership, you'll remember that one of the reasons I gave was a lack of confidence. Now, I believe that confidence is misunderstood and that chasing it is a red herring. Let me explain what I mean. If we look at the definition of confidence, the Cambridge Dictionary defines confidence as the quality of being certain of your abilities. Now, I don't know about you, but there's very few areas where I'm absolutely certain of my abilities, because certainty suggests that there is no self-doubt or fear. Yet, even in the areas that I'm an expert in, doubt can creep in from time to time. I'm a speaker and I train other people in public speaking skills, and often after I've delivered a presentation, people will come up and say, "Oh, you're so confident." And I find it interesting because that wasn't actually the internal experience that I had. I still get nervous sometimes when I speak. I wonder, will this message land right? Did I build enough rapport with the audience? But the important thing is I don't let that stop me doing what I do and doing it well. And actually, I believe a bit of doubt can be a good thing. It stops complacency and means we continually strive to improve. Even the most brilliant people at the top of their game experience self-doubt and lack of confidence, yet they still go on to win awards and medals and critical acclaim. I was listening to a podcast with Jessica Ennis just last week, gold medal Olympian, and she was sharing about the doubts that she had had during her career. Even in business, top executives also experience doubt, and yet alpha culture tends to make them a little bit more reticent to reveal that. I'll talk about alpha culture in another video. But I love how Elizabeth Gilbert explains it. She says, fear is always going to be a passenger in the car. The key is to have it strapped in the back seat, not in the front driving. So it's not a state of confidence that enables us to perform well necessarily. And I believe that by pursuing confidence, we risk missing the mark. So what is it that we need? Well, I believe that it's courage. Often what we perceive as confidence in other people is actually courage. Courage to feel the fear and self-doubt and to do it anyway. That's the secret ingredient that really makes the difference. To have the courage that even though we feel uncertain of the outcome, unsure if we have what it takes, we don't let that stop us and we go ahead anyway. That's how we achieve great things. That's how we have launched rockets into space. And I believe that confidence is actually a skill that is built through regular acts of courage. So what we need is not to be more confident, it's to be more courageous. So how do we do that? Well, luckily, I have 3 tips to help you. So here are my 3 tips that will help you be more courageous. Tip number 1 is to start small and fail fast. This is what people do in the tech industry. They don't wait until the platform's absolutely perfect before releasing it. They release the beta version, they get it tested, see the errors, correct them, and they iterate as they go along. It's an agile approach. So I suggest that you do the same. But don't let that excuse of, "Oh, I'm not good enough," stop you, because I know and you know that at this point in your career, you have enough of the raw materials to have a go. So take regular small steps where the stakes are low and you're not risking too much. So for example, if you find it difficult to have conversations with your manager about workload or challenges within the team, then practice making requests on small issues with your colleagues. Or if you're terrified of public speaking, stand up and share an update in your team meetings. And do that bit by bit. The second tip is to reframe your negative thoughts. Every time you have a negative thought or you think of a reason why you shouldn't do it, think of 3 reasons why you should and what the benefit would be. You see, our brains are wired with a negative bias. It's a survival mechanism, but it means that we place a disproportionate amount of focus on the things that we perceive to be bad or negative. And that was fine when the thought was, maybe I shouldn't go onto the savannah because I might get eaten by a saber-toothed tiger. Not so fine when you think, oh, I'm not going to go for the promotion, even though you're perfect for the role. So we have to actively counteract this negative bias with multiple positives and train our brain a bit like an unruly puppy. The third tip is to focus on a bigger purpose, something else that you are serving beyond yourself, because when we feel nervous, we can become a little obsessed with ourselves. What are people going to think of us? Will they like it? And we lose sight of the bigger picture, the bigger mission that we're here to serve. So if you can take the focus away from you and onto the audience and the other people that you're there to help, it is far easier to find the courage to take those steps. So these 3 tips are how we can hack our way to confidence. To have enough courage to take the baby steps, to realize, oh my gosh, I didn't die, I can do this, to take another step, and to get more comfortable doing it, and that way gently expand our comfort zone. And before you know it, you feel more confident. So you get there in the end. Through your courage, you can find your way to confidence. And as always, I would love to hear what's your perspective on this topic. What's your experience? Post in the comments below. Let's pool our collective wisdom. And if you know of somebody that you feel would benefit from hearing this message, tag them below or share this on your page or send it to them. If we're going to create a shift, I believe we have a much better chance of doing it together. So let's support each other on this journey. And I'm going to be sharing plenty of practical tips on other topics related to your career progression in other videos. So make sure that you connect with me, follow me, or subscribe to my channel, depending on which platform you're watching this video on, so that you don't miss out on future videos. And together, let's unleash the next wave of female business leader.